Hello, 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 hello. Bonsoir, 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 bonsoir. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Today is Monday, June 10th, 2019. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time about to assist me, my name is Myrdelyn Raymond. Thank you guys so much. For today, we're gonna be doing open questions, okay? So we're gonna find out how to form open questions, and also if you have a friend or a loved one that you would like to participate with us for tonight, please guys do invite them. So I'm gonna give you guys 1 minute. Invite a friend, invite a loved one. I'll be right back. Thank you. Hello, guys. I'm back. Okay, so for those of you guys that have the white books, please open your book to page 70. Okay, si vous avez un livre blanc, s'il vous plaît, m'a demandé ou pour ouvrir livre blanc dans page 70. Ok, so je dis à nous pas travailler comment pour nous former question. All right, over here we have question word. Okay, question words. So I'm going to add an S because there's more than one. So we're going to do question words. Qui sa qui question words là? Question words là, c'est mot ou use pour ka former question. Okay? For example, you have when, qui vle di, qui l'est. What, qui vle di, qui sa. Who, qui vle di, qui est. Why, qui vle di, pour qui. How, qui vle di, comment. Which, qui vle di, qui yon. Now guys, if you look at this one right here, who, qui est, which, qui est ou bien qui yon, okay? So this one right here, you use it when you're talking about someone, okay? Who, okay? Ou pa di who ensemble avec matériel, ou pa di who avec kay, ou pa di who avec chose, ou di who avec moun, okay? I'm going to give you a better example. If you hear knocking at your door, you're not going to say, what is it? You're going to say, who is this? Okay? Who is this? Okay? So you use who when you're talking about a person. Okay? Which? Okay? This one right here is when they give you choice. Okay, now, for example, I can say to you guys, which one do you like? The green one or the blue one? The green or the blue? Which one? Okay? Whenever someone asks you which, they want you to decide, okay? So, là, yo do which, ça veut dire yo vlo décider qui choix ou. Est-ce que c'est bleu là ou bien vert là? Which? When? Okay? When? Time? Qui l'est? Okay? Là, yo parle when. Ça veut dire que y a parle qui temps, qui l'heure. What? Qui ça? Okay? What? Là, yo pose une question, what la moun nan ta reme explikasyon, qui sa liye? Who? Okay? For person, qui est? Why? Okay? When they ask you why, you have to give an explanation. Pour qui ça? Why did this happen? Why are you crying? Qui veut dire pour qui ça ou crier? Why are you sad? Pour qui ça ou triste, okay? How? Qui veut dire comment? Ou ap expliquer comment ça arrivé? How did it happen? Okay? How? How did you fall? Comment t'es tombé? Okay? How did you get here? Comment t'es arrivé là? Okay? Okay. Now, we have these two, okay? Nous get deux ça yo. Do, okay? And does. Okay, now, if you look at the board, these two, they mean the same thing, okay? They pretty much mean the same thing, all right? Now, see this word right here, do. When you have this word alone, it means that for you to do something, okay? Something must be done. Le ou gen mon sa pou kont li ki vle di do, si li vle di fe en créole. Does, c'est même bagay la, okay? Mais, seule différence, right here, this one, you use it when you're talking about third person singular. Okay? Ça, ou utilize ensemble avec troisième personne singulier. Qui c'est? He, she, it. Comme moi dit nous before, okay? The verbs, you'll pas changé. They remain the same thing, okay? I don't care if I'm talking about talk, walk, run, okay? Whichever, okay? The verb does not change. It stays the same, okay? So, right here, they tell you, when you're using it with he, she, it, okay? Using a question term, you have to use does, okay? Now, if I'm talking about me, myself, okay, I cannot use this because I'm talking for myself. So therefore, I have to use this one for I, okay? But you guys that are watching me, if you guys are talking about me, you guys have to use does, okay? If I'm talking about a man, does. A woman or a girl, does. An animal, a house, a thing, qui veut dire une chose, anything, I have to use this, which is does. Okay? Now, if I'm referring to myself, I have to use do. If I'm talking about you, if I'm asking you a question, I have to use do. We, meaning you and I, okay, I have to use do. And they, which I'm talking to you all, okay, I have to use do. Now, for example, I'm going to use the first one. Now, you guys pay attention, okay? Number one, when, qui veut dire qu'il est, do you eat lunch? Okay? Qu'il est ou manger lunch? Okay? When do you eat lunch? Now, if I ask you, when do you eat lunch? Okay? Now, what I want from you, I want a time. Okay? Si me pose une question, moi, du comme ça que when do you eat lunch? Qui veut dire qu'il est que ou prend déjeuner. Now, moi, t'as mon bon mon l'heure, okay? Do you eat lunch at noontime? Qui veut dire est-ce qu'on mange à midi? Do you eat lunch at 1 p.m.? Do you eat lunch at 2:30 p.m.? When? Anytime someone asks you a question starting with when, they're looking for a time, okay? Now, again, what do you eat? Okay? What do you eat for lunch? Okay? Now, if I'm gonna say what do you, okay? Moi pas qu'à dire what do you eat lunch, okay? Qui veut dire que qui sont manger déjeuner, okay? Ma do what do you eat for lunch, okay? Qui veut dire qui sont manger pour lunch, okay? Now, we're gonna go right here, guys. We're gonna do number one together, okay? So now, you're gonna tell me which one am I going to use? Am I gonna use do? Or am I going to use does? Okay? Entre deux sa yo, nous pral dire qui est que moi pral utiliser pour faire ça yo. Okay? Now remember, moi dis nous comme ça que le wap use verb like using I pour moi-même. Okay? You, we, they, ou supposé use do. Okay? When you using it for he, she, it, ou supposé use does. Okay, now, number one, when blank she eat lunch. Okay, when blank she eat lunch. Am I gonna say when do you eat lunch or when does she eat lunch? So now I'm gonna wait for you guys to answer me, okay? So since you guys are gonna answer number one, what I want you guys to do, you guys are gonna put number one, okay? If you think the answer is do, write do. If you think the answer is does, write down does. Okay, guys? Number one, when do she eat lunch or when does she eat lunch? Very good. When does she eat lunch? Okay? Again, now, we're talking about a girl. Okay? So therefore, we have to use does instead of do. Excellent. Number 2, where do they live or where does they live? Write down number 2 and then put down the answer. Is it where do they live or where does they live? We're doing number 2 now. Where do they live or where does they live? Where do they live or where does they live? Number 2. Good. Where do they live? Okay. Again, right here. Okay. They. So we have to use do. Okay. Number 3. Which bag do you want or which bag does you want? Okay. Again, they're asking you which. Okay. Qui veut dire si vous font choix. Okay. Which bag do you want or which bag does you want? So put number 3 and then write down the answer. Which bag do you want or which bag? Very good. Which bag do you want? And plus, nous déjà ouais, which bag does you want? It sounds funny. All right. Number 4, where do he come from? Or where does he come from? Okay? Where do he come from? Or where does he come from? Number 4. Where do he come from? Or where does he come from? For number 4. Alexa, excellent. Where does he come from? Okay? Okay? So we're talking about a man, so therefore we have to use does. Number 5. When do the movie end or when does the movie end? When do the movie end or where does the movie end? When do the movie end or when does the movie end? Which is the correct answer? Number 5. When do the movie end or where does the movie end? When do the movie end or when does the movie end? When do the movie end or when does the movie end? Moun ki ekri do yo, it's incorrect. Why? Because a movie is not a person. A movie is a thing. Okay? So now, it's a movie. A movie son et liye. So therefore, pa ka di when do the movie end. Wap di when does the movie end. Okay? When does the movie end? Because a movie is an it. Okay? Your movie say yon chose liye. So therefore, we're supposed to do when does the movie end. Number 6. Okay? So now, the bottom part, we're going to do it a little bit differently. Okay? I'm going to write, okay, I wrote down the question for you guys right here. You guys are going to tell me whether it's good or bad. Okay? Number 6. What time do class start? Is it good or is it bad? What time do class start? Is it good or is it bad? What time do class? What time? When do the movie end? Okay. We're going to do something different on number 6, right? What time do class start? Is it good or is it bad? Okay? If it's good, you're going to put number 6. You're going to write down good. If it's bad, you're going to put number 6 and you're going to put bad. Okay, good job. So you guys wrote bad, okay? So now you're going to tell me what is the correct terms, okay? Qui sa pou m'di? Write down the correct answer. Number 6. I wrote number 6. What time do class start, right? You guys wrote bad. Okay, why is it bad? So, okay, I understand it's bad. Comment pou m'da di? How would I say it? How would I say it? Get up, please. Let me see. Very good. What time does class start? Okay, again, class la ou pa ka di do, you have to say does. Okay, parce que if we're talking about the class itself, okay, c'est une chose liée. We're talking about a thing. We're talking about something. Okay, not someone, but something. So therefore, you have to write does. Very good. Number 7, who does you want to speak with? Number 7, who does you want to speak with? Is it good or is it bad? Who does you want to speak with? Is it good or is it bad? Who qui veut dire qui est ou vle parler? À qui est ou vle parler? Who does you want to speak with? Is it good or is it bad? Good job, Zubens. So I'm waiting for number 7. Okay, 7 you guys say is bad. Okay. So what is the correct answer? If it's bad, what is the correct answer? Is it who does you want to speak with or who do you want to speak with? Very good. Who do you want to speak with? Okay? Who does you want to speak with? Again, the you terms right here, you have to use do. Do you? Okay? Do you want to speak to me? Who do you want to speak with? C'est même bagay la, okay? Les a pose aux questions, you're just reversing. Same thing. Number 8. All right? Why do Myrtleyn go to Annabelle's house? Or why does Myrtleyn go to Annabelle's house? Which one is correct? Why do Myrtleyn goes to Annabelle's house? Or why does Myrtleyn go to Annabelle's house? Why do Myrtleyn goes to Annabelle's house? Or why does Myrtleyn goes to Annabelle's house? So is it good or is it bad? Is it why do Myrtleyn goes to Annabelle's house? Is it good or is it bad? Good job, it's bad. Okay, now, again, we're talking about me now, okay? Why do Myrtleyn goes to Annabelle's house? And plus, Annabelle is a female. So therefore, why does Myrtleyn goes to Annabelle's house? Number 9, when does Godson go to work? When does Godson goes to work? Is it good or is it bad? When does Godson goes to work? Cut it out. When does Godson goes to work? See, they're sending you hard. Is it good or is it bad? When does Godson goes to work? When does Godson go to work? When does Godson? Okay, good. Good job. Godson is a man, so therefore it is good. So we're going to check good. Number 10. Why does the dog bark at night? Is it good or is it bad? Number 10. Why does the dog bark at night? Is number 10 good or is it bad? Why does the dog bark at night? Okay, good. Again, it. The dog, that's what it is. So therefore, it's good. Why does the dog bark at night? Okay, now we're gonna play a game with you guys, okay? So now I want you guys to tell me, okay, guys, on the same page, on page 70, guys, okay? On page 70, look on the top side, okay? 19.12. Pour moun ki gen liv blan yo, gade pati an haut a, sa di 19.2 a, okay? Now, I'm gonna write a phrase incorrectly, and now you guys gonna tell me the way it should be, okay? I want you guys to get better at doing questions, okay? Mwen vle nou komanse fon nan forme question. Where did I put that? All right. Hold on. I'm gonna write something on the board now. You guys gonna help me put it in the correct way, okay, guys? So remember, when do you go to work? Okay, when do you go to work, Julianne? If I ask you when do you go to work, that's mean I want the time. Do you go to work at 7 a.m.? Okay, do you go to work at 10 p.m.? Do you go to work at 3 a.m.? What do you do? What do you do? Qui ça ou fait? Okay? Why do you do it? Why do you do it? Okay? What does he want from you? What does she want from you? What does it want? Sou di what does it want? Ça veut dire que qui ça chien a besoin? Qui ça chat la besoin? Okay? What does it ask you to do? What does it? If you're reading something from the computer, of course, what does it? Okay? What does he want? What does she want? What does it want? Okay? What do you want? Okay? What do we want? Okay? What do they want? All right, guys? Okay. What do I want? Okay? Sometimes when you're talking to yourself, you can say, what do I want to eat for today? Qui ça me voulait manger pour aujourd'hui? Okay? When? Qui le? Okay? When do you say you coming again? Qui le do a vini encore? Okay? All right. I'm going to erase this, okay? So don't worry. I took pictures for you guys. I will post them up right after, okay, guys? Yeah. You're going to help me form questions, huh? Gonna help me? Ça va? Ça va, maman? Ça va? Ça ne va pas, maman? Non, ça ne va pas? Okay. Okay, guys. I'm gonna do number 1 for you guys. Now, you guys pay attention, okay? So, those of you guys that have the books, please look, stay on page 71. Look on the left-hand side, okay? Now, this is what they wrote. Eat, qui vle di manger, eat, do, when, okay? Eat, do, when, breakfast, eat, do, when, breakfast, you, okay? Now, you see this phrase right here, guys? Okay? This is not written correctly. Ça yo écrit ça devant derrière, okay? It's not written correctly. Now, qui ça nous pral faire? Nous pral écrit yo, Jean supposé écrit ya. Eat, do, when, breakfast, you. Okay? Now, if I'm going to write it correctly, I'm going to start right here. When, okay? When, do, you, eat, breakfast. Okay? This is number one. Now, I'm going to write another one. You guys going to write down the sentences that you guys think it is, okay? Number two. Does play, okay? Does play he football? Sorry, my love. Does play he football where? Okay? Does play he football where? So, qui est-ce qui a écrit ça the correct way? Okay? Who can write this the correct way? Okay? So là, m'écrit phrase la devant derrière, qu'on y a job nous, c'est pour nous écrire li dans genre supposé hier. Does play he football where? Okay? How would I write the question now? Can you guys write the question for me the correct way? Does play he football where? Write the question the correct way. Marlene, almost. Not quite right. Almost. Very good, Baptiste. Where does he play football? Okay? Guys, get wrong because it's a question they're asking, okay? It's a question. Baptiste, excellent. So the answer is where, okay? Where does he play football? Very good. Where does he play football? Next. When clean, do car the. Okay? You when clean, do car the. Put it the correct way, guys. Number three. You when do clean, do car. You when clean, do car the. Put it the correct way, guys. You when clean, do car the. All we doing today, we're doing questions, okay? Very good, Duane. When do you clean the car? Let me see who else got it correct. LaBelle Rosie, excellent. Marlene, good job. When do you, Valcine, very good. When do you clean the car? Good job. Okay, next. The start, what party, does time? The start, let me write it down. The start, what party does time? Okay? The start, what party does time? Number four. The start, what party does time? So what is the correct answer? The start, what party does time? So everything we're doing questions. So what do you think the correct answer is? The start, what party does time? The start, what party does time? It's a question, guys. I want to see who's going to get it correctly. The start, what party does time? Listen. So what is the correct answer, guys? What time yes, LaBelle Rosie, very good. What time does the party start? Good job, Marlene. What time does the party start? Next. Let me see who else got it correctly. What time does the party start? Very good. Next. Tennis. Which do days play you? Okay? Tennis, which do days play you? Tennis, which do days play you? Eve Rose, very good, my dear. Good job. Who else? Who else got it? Coraline, very good. Tennis, which do days play you? Valcine, you forgot something. Look at the board carefully. Tennis, which do days play you? Jean Jacques, very good. Dukinski, you forgot something. Tennis, which do days play you? Taisha, almost. Zubens, incorrect. Samuel, good job. Alexa, good job. Alexandra, excellent. So the answer is, which days do you play tennis? Okay? About which day. So basically, which day, you have to add DS, okay? Which days do you play tennis? Very good. Okay? So this one, they call it rewrite sentences, putting the words in the correct form. So you mette phrase la nan verbe pou, so job ou c'est pour mettre the correct way. Good job, okay? Okay, good night. Now we're gonna do something simple, okay? So now, I'm gonna read something to you. You're gonna tell me, number one, do or does, okay? So you guys that have the red book, turn your page to page 56, okay? Take the red book now, turn it to page 56. So we're doing the part that said 17.6, okay? So I'm gonna read some questions, okay? In some comments, you're gonna tell me whether it's do or does, okay? So now listen. Mwen pral li phrase yo, wap dim si c'est do ou bien si c'est does, okay? So sim numéro 1, you're gonna put number 1, whether it's do or does, okay? Now, number 1, you read a newspaper every day. You read a newspaper every day. Do or does? Do you read a newspaper every day, or does you read a newspaper every day? Number 1, do you read a newspaper every day, or does you read a newspaper every day? So those of you guys that wrote do, good job. It's do you read a newspaper every day? Number 2, Do he go to bed at 11 p.m.? Or does he go to bed at 11 p.m.? Number 2, do he go to bed at 11 p.m.? Or does he go to bed at 11 p.m.? Do he go to bed at 11 p.m.? Or does he go to bed at 11 p.m.? Do he go to bed at 11 p.m.? Or does he go to bed at 11 p.m.? Number 2. Lebel, my dear, you don't have to write the whole sentences. To make it easier, nous pas besoin d'écrire toute phrase, you guys. Just put like number 2, do ou bien does, okay? So, those of you guys that wrote does, good job. Those of you guys that's still writing do, that means you guys don't understand it. I'm going to repeat encore because it seems like some of you guys don't understand it, okay? So, guys, anytime, okay? Wap use open question, ok? Soit commencer avec soit parler de une fille, a woman, ou bien un garçon, ou bien une bête, ou bien une chose, ou dit does, ok? She does, c'est does she. Wap parler de he avait dit pour garçon, does he. Wap parler pour une chaise, ou bien pour une bête, ou bien pour un caille, wap dit does it, ok? Ok, là c'est on parle de tête ou dit do. Ok, là on répond pour un bagage ou pas dit I does ou dit I do. So là on pose question ou reversely. Ok, do I want this? Do I know this? Ok, do I know that? I do ou pas dit I does ou dit I do. Ok, ou dit you do ou pas dit you does ou dit you do. Ok. So, l'on pose des questions, sou ka di you do, wap di do you, okay? We do, do we? They do they? Do they know that I'm live? Do they know class starts at 8 p.m.? Yes, they do. Yes, we do. Yes, you do. And yes, I do. Okay? So now, l'on parle de I, de you, de we, de they, you use do. L'on parle de he, she, it, ou use does. Okay? Ça applique pour tout bagay. Okay? L'orive troisième personne singulier, li pas changé. Okay? It stays the same. Okay? I do ou bien I don't. He does ou bien he doesn't. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to read number 3. Do they live in a castle or does they live in a castle? Number 3. Do they live in a castle or does they live in a castle? Do they live in a castle or does they live in a castle? Yeah, the baby's sleeping. She's not feeling too good, guys. Sorry. So what is it? Do they live in a castle or good job? Yes, do. Number 4. Do Pedro come from Bolivia? Bolivia, say Bolivia. Bolivia. Okay? Do Pedro come from Bolivia or does Pedro come from Bolivia? Do Pedro come from Bolivia or does Pedro come from Bolivia? We're doing number 4 now, guys. Is it do Pedro or does Pedro? Number 4. Do Pedro come from Bolivia or does Pedro come from Bolivia? Qui vle di est-ce que Pedro sorti Bolivie? Excellent, does. Okay. Next, number 5. Do she work with children or does she work with children? Do she work with children or does she work with children? Do she work ou bien does she work with children? Non, ça vle di, est-ce que travaille avec ti moun? Ok, est-ce que fille a travaille avec ti moun? Do she work with children or does she work with children? Number 5, do she work with children or does she work with children? Very good, does. Good job, guys. Number 6, do Claire and Sam eat lunch at 2 p.m. or does Claire and Sam eat lunch at 2 p.m.? Number 6, do Sam and Claire eat lunch at 2 p.m.? Qui vle di, est-ce que Claire ensemble avec Sam mange déjeuner à 2 p.m.? Do Claire and Sam eat lunch at 2 p.m. or does Sam and Claire eat lunch at 2 p.m.? We're doing number 6, guys. Is it do ou bien does? Do Sam and Claire eat lunch at 2 p.m. or does Claire and Sam eat lunch at 2 p.m.? The answer is do. Moun ki mette does yo. Okay, listen to it, guys. Okay? Okay. When you see a female name, lo ou non fi, ou bien we she, ou di does. Lo ou non garçon, ou bien we he, you say does. But when you see a man name, okay, lo ou non garçon, ou bien ou non fi ensemble, li pa does. This is what they are trying to tell you, okay? When you have two person, okay, it's either they, okay, or we, okay? They ensemble avec we ou pas di does ou di do. When you have more than one person, okay, or if you have 3 person, I don't care if it's 3 female or 3 male, you say do, okay? But when it's 1 male or 1 female, you say does, okay, guys? When you have more than 1 person, you don't say does, you say do, okay? Because you fais pluriel. So therefore, ou pa di does, ou di do. When we make kek nan nou mette do, does, the reason why is because you have Claire and you have Sam. I get it. Mwen di nou troisième personne singulier, nou suppose mette does, but at the same time, when it's plural, they, okay? It's 2 of them. It's they, so therefore you have to say do, okay, guys? Okay, number 7. Do your brother work with animals or does your brother work with animals? Est-ce que frère travaille avec animal? Do your brother work with animals or does your brother work with animals? Do your brother work with animals or does your brother work with animals? Do your brother work with animals or does your brother work with animals? We're doing number 7 now. Do ou bien does. We're doing number 7 now, guys. Very good. Does your brother work with animals? LaBelle Rosie, number 7, my dear, is does, because your brother is a male, so therefore he does. Okay? And Mishla too. Okay? Ou pa ka di do your brother work with animals. It's does your brother work with animals. Okay? So remember, when di nou konsakre, lese yon garçon nou di does. Lese yon fi nou di does. When it's more than 1 person, you guys say do, because it's they now, okay? Now, number 8. Do Tim play soccer on Mondays or does Tim play soccer on Mondays? Est-ce que Tim joue football lundi? Do Tim play soccer on Mondays? Okay, yo di Mondays because it's not only one Monday. Yo parle de plusieurs lundis, non lundi même. So therefore they add an S, okay? Do Tim play soccer on Mondays Ou bien does Tim play soccer on Mondays? So what is the correct answer? Very good. Does. Number 9. Do they work in a cafe or does they work in a cafe? Good job, whoever wrote does on number 8. Number 9. Do they work in a cafe or does they work in a cafe? Number 9. Do they work in a cafe or does they work in a cafe? Number 9. Do they work? Very good. Whoever wrote do is good, okay? Do they work in a cafe? Now, they. So therefore you have to say do. Good job, guys. Number 10. Do you have a shower in the evening or does you have a shower in the evening? Qui vle di est-ce qu'on baigne nan soirée? Okay? Ou bien, it's the same thing. Do, does vle di men bagay. Est-ce qu'on baigne soirée? Do you have a shower in the evening? Ou bien, does you have a shower in the evening? Very good. Whoever wrote do, excellent. Number 11. Do we start work at 10 a.m. on Thursdays? Or does we start work at 10 a.m. on Thursdays? Do we start work at 10 a.m. on Thursdays? Qui veut dire, est-ce que nous commençons travail à 10 heures du matin dans jeudi? Does we start work at 10 a.m. on Thursdays? Number 11. Do we start work at 10 a.m. or does we start work at 10 a.m.? Number 11. Do we start work at 10 a.m. on Thursdays or does? Good job for number 11. Thank you guys for the heart. Moun ki ekri do yo, good job because tande bien oui, do we, okay? We. That's mean you and I. So therefore say do budi. Okay? Number 12. Do Pamela work in the bank or does Pamela work in the bank? Number 12. Do Pamela work in the bank or does Pamela work in the bank? Number 12. Do Pamela work in the bank or does Pamela work in the bank? Do Pamela work in the bank or does Pamela work in the bank? Very good. Taisha, Eve Rose, Mishla, good job. Baptiste, good. Sony, good job. The answer is Meili. Seriously? The answer is does, not do. Okay? Because Pamela is a woman. Okay? So therefore it's does, not do. Okay, guys? Okay. Now, nous allons use 5 questions by you. When, qui le, how, comment, what, qui ça, where, qui bo, who, qui est. Okay? Now, we're going to be doing something very quickly, guys. It's very simple, okay? You're going to tell me, is it what, is it how, is it when, is it which? Moi, vle konnen que si nous comprendre question bien, okay? Number 1, they did it for you guys, okay? Guys, those of you guys have the white book, page 71 at the bottom, okay? Number 1, do you do for a living? Is it what do you do for a living? When do you do for a living? How do you do for a living? Where do you do for a living? So the answer is, what do you do for a living, okay? Number 2, okay? Blank, do you work in the city? Est-ce que c'est when do you work in the city? How do you work in the city? Where do you work in the city? Which one is correct? Where do you work in the city? Or when do you work in the city? Or how do you work in the city? Is it where do you work in the city? Or when do you work in the city? Number 2, is it where do you work in the city? Or when do you work in the city? Or what do you work in the city? Which one is correct? Very good, Valsin. Very good. Good job. Where do you work in the city? Good. Next. When do you start work? How do you start work? What do you start work? Is it when do you start work? How do you start work? What do you start work? Or who do you start work? Which one is it? Is it when do you start work? How do you start work? What do you start work? We're doing number 3. When do you start work? What do you start work? How do you start work? Good job. Those of you that wrote, when do you start work? Excellent. Next. How time does it open? When time does it open? What time does it open? Or where time does it open? When time does it open? How time does it open? What time does it open? Who time does it open? Number 4, when time does it open? How time does it open? What time does it open? Very good. Number 4, what time does it open? Good job. Next, when many people do you work with? How many people do you work with? What many people do you work with? Thank you. Number 4, when many people do you work with? How many people do you work with? What many people do you work with? Est-ce que c'est when many people do you work with? What many people do you work with? How many people do you work with? We're doing 5 right now, guys. Is it how many people do you work with? What many people do you work with? Where many people do you work with? Good job, guys. How many people do you work with? Good job. Next. What do you work with? What do you work with? When do you work with? Where do you work with? Who do you work with? When do you work with? How do you work with? What do you work with? Where do you work with? Or who do you work with? When do you work with? How do you work with? What do you work with? Or who do you work with? So number 6. What is number 6? What do you work with? When do you work with? Who do you work with? Those of you guys who wrote, who do you work with? Excellent. Ubakati, where do you work with? Now, listen, guys, okay? Okay. You could have write where if the with wasn't at the end of the sentence. Since they put the with at the end of the sentence, it doesn't make sense. Okay? Ou de ka mette where do you work la si with la pat nan fin phrase la. Ou pa ka di where do you work with, ou ka di where do you work. Since you mette with la, so therefore where is not the correct answer. It's who do you work with, okay? I want to thank you guys so much. Please, guys, keep studying. If that was your first time with me, my name is Myrdalyn Raymond. I want to thank you. Those of you guys who took the time to participate with us tonight. We meet 3 times a week, every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. Guys, if you have not subscribed on my YouTube channel, please do so. The name is Myrdalyn, MYRDELINE, After the live, guys, please go on top of the live. You will see the link where you can click to subscribe on my YouTube channel. If you are having difficulty, okay, it's either they are asking you to put your email or your phone number. Yes, you can do that, okay? Those of you guys that do not have the books, okay, it's not too late. The books is what's gonna help you, okay? Leave your sister deal. Yes, I'm doing the live with you, but when I'm not with you, I want you to study using the books, okay? Si c'était première fois ensemble avec moi, je voulais prendre temps pour moi remercier pour me dire merci. Si c'était deuxième ou troisième fois, merci encore et bienvenue. Nous rencontrer 3 fois par semaine, chaque lundi, mercredi et vendredi à 8h. Si vous pouvez abonner sur la chaîne YouTube, moi, s'il vous plaît, après live là, vous regardez sous tête live là, moi mettez le link là, quand vous cliquez là, maintenant directement. Si vous avez des difficultés, vous prenez sur YouTube, vous tapez non moins Myrdalyn Raymond, MYRDELINE là, maintenant là, ou ka tout abonner. Parfois, li commando pour ka mettre email ou bien pour mettre téléphone. So, ou ka mettre email ou bien téléphone pour ka abonner. Moi, dis merci et merci encore. Et pour moun qui t'a remis gen livre, ok? Livre, c'est $65. C'est 2 livres, ok? C'est livre qui a payé ou. Ma fait live là ensemble avec mais ou même job ou là pour compte la caillou, c'est pour aller checker sur YouTube là et puis ou pour étudier dans livre. C'est ça que parle de, li gen verbe, li gen vocabulaire, tout ça qu'on a besoin tout dans livre, you guys. Okay? Thank you guys so much. And also, guys, I posted a new page last night, okay? Pour même qui peut like nouveau page là, please. Okay? Pour like page là, vous supposez cliquer là-dedans and then you hit likes, okay? I want to take this time to thank you guys so much. Thank you very much. Those of you guys, if you want private lesson, inbox me, okay? Inbox me on Messenger. Let me know because moi faire leçon privée. Sous son monde ou des problèmes ou besoin pour aller prendre test l'état ou des difficultés pour passer pour étudier, inbox me. I can help you with that, okay, guys? I want to take this time to thank each and every single one of you guys. Kembela, Palage, bienvenue. Si c'est première fois ensemble avec, please, guys, after the live, right first time, and I will welcome you again. Thank you guys so much. Please, guys, do study, okay? Puis, autant c'est le m'a fait live, c'est le ça pour réviser, à réviser, yo. Et pour ça, ça aide, ça permet, okay, guys? Thank you guys so much. Que vous aimez bénou, que vous aimez garder, que vous aimez guider, que vous aimez faire oui ensemble avec. Thank you guys so much. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful night. I will see you guys Wednesday at 8 p.m. Stay safe. Good night.